Everybody, welcome to the channel. This morning, skimming through the news, I saw a bit of exciting development from Logitech and HTC. If you go on the Engadget website, I'll put a link in the show notes below. But they've developed using one of the HTC pucks a little kind of bracket which attaches to a keyboard. Unfortunately, okay, because they've developed it with Logitech, you've got to buy their keyboard, which is a bit of a shame. I was kind of hoping that they might make an accessory, but maybe somebody else may do a similar sort of thing, where they make a little accessory that will clip on the side of your board, your keyboard, and you should be able to map it out yourself. I'm hoping potentially in the future, but this is a step in the right direction. I won't be buying one of these because I've already got a really nice keyboard, and it was quite sort of expensive, so I don't want to go out and spend I think what they're saying on here, $150, which is yeah, I mean, if you're in the market for a nice keyboard, then that's great, but if you're not, then yeah, it's a bit of a hard pill to swallow to go and spend that sort of money again. So but it's kind of exciting, the fact that they're developing this, that you don't have to kind of take the headset off, or sometimes I'm doing something, I'm peering, sort of picking it up with the headsets that are currently kind of out there at the moment, although the new ones are kind of flip them down quite easily, but that breaks the immersion of having to do that. So this is definitely a step in the right direction. I always thought that this would come a little bit sooner, but I'm glad to see that it's happening now, that you can see the keyboard. Hopefully, I don't know how they might do it, but it would have to be kind of developed in the mouse, but then you can have occlusion if you put your hand over the mouse. So I'm not quite sure how they would do a mouse as well. Maybe not, maybe just a keyboard. But that's kind of cool, the fact that okay, you could use that and see the keyboard and type with it, but then you could also incorporate the keyboard to use just certain keys. They've got a video down here showing the different sort of setups for the keys, but they could use just certain keys on the keyboard to mimic, say, a control panel in a game, or so you're in a flight sim or something like that, and you can use just certain keys. You see those mapped out. I would hoped that somebody would develop the software that you could use those pucks and maybe have one or two, if you can do that, on your desk, and then you kind of fix those in space and map out where your devices are. So if you've got a flight sim, you could put the yoke in a certain place and map out the switches where they all exactly are, because all it needs to know is kind of where sort of things are in space. If you've got something like the Leap Motion here, like one of these devices that you put on top of your HMD, you can see your hands sort of going for the switches. So I don't know whether there's all different ways of sort of doing this. You've got all the gloves that are potentially coming out, but some of those seem to be quite expensive. So I don't know, but this is definitely an exciting step in the right direction, that at least for the time being, you won't have to look at your keyboard. Hopefully somebody will develop one that you can plug on the side of the keyboards that we've already got at the moment. So there you go. I thought I would share this bit of news. As I say, I'll put a link to the website, because they've always got good news on this website. It's somewhere where I go quite often. Any your thoughts and comments on ideas that that this could be used for the keyboard, and as I've said, about sort of mapping out other things. Okay, thanks very much for watching. My name's Rob, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to watch any more, subscribe, all the rest of it. So thanks again for watching. See you next time. Bye.